The same day that I got a phone call that I had cancer, my middle son was graduating from preschool. And I remember sitting in the stands where he was graduating in his little church preschool, thinking, what if this is the last graduation I ever see my kids have? In 2012 was when I first discovered the cancer. I was healthy, I was 37 years old, and for some strange reason I decided I was just going to do a self-exam in the shower, and I found a lump. I immediately knew it was something bad, even though I had no reason to think it would be, but it was. I went to a doctor who dismissed it as, oh, it's probably nothing, but why don't you have a mammogram just in case? And, kept going down the road till it led to biopsy, and then the news that it was cancer. My life changed forever.
It was just one of the worst days ever. I just remember getting the phone call. It was a dark day for sure. So everything just changed.
And I think he was just stunned because he kind of said, should I come home? And I said, I don't think so. And he did end up come to be with me.
Her emotions were all over the place. She was angry and scared and upset and distraught.
I remember at one point laying in bed and thinking, I'm going to have to teach my husband how to comb my kids' hair correctly, because what if I'm gone? What if I die? And the kids, I don't want them to have messy hair. And I very clearly remember thinking, I have to teach my husband how to do all these things because I'm the mom and I've done them all. So I was scared. I mean, I really wasn't sure what the future held for me.
My role as a husband changed quite a bit from what it was before, which was, father, someone to have fun with her as a partner, suddenly changed into caretaker, just had to roll with the punches.
I would go every 2 weeks to the hospital where I'd sit with an IV or a chemotherapy delivered into what's called a port in my chest that had to be surgically put underneath my skin, and they would deliver the chemotherapy, and I'd sit and receive that for about 4 to 6 hours. After about 2 rounds of that, I lost all my hair. That was hard. That was probably one of the hardest things.
The main thing that motivated Anne to continue to fight cancer is her children.
The core of my strength always comes from my kids. It's always the reason for my everything. I am motivated by being here to see them, wanting to see the next steps, what's next for them, and just their spirit, their young spirit, their senses of humor. I'm always mom above anything else. I think for some people maybe they see the cancer first, but my kids always see mom. And that is what keeps me going every day.
If she was sick and couldn't come out of the bedroom, we would make do. We would figure out what the meals were, what the food was going to be, all those kind of things that just as a mom, she was just always thinking about.
There's no more motivation that I need than my 3 kids. I need to be here to see them progress through life, to get them to college, to get them beyond, and see them become adults. And that's all the motivation I need. There was a point at which after 6 months I was required to go back to work, or else I would have lost my health insurance. So I would go from the radiation table into the changing room at the hospital where I work. I got my treatment at the same place where I work. I'd put my wig on and I'd walk over to the neonatal intensive care unit where I worked as an infant development specialist. Those were tough days. But follow-up scans from that showed that I was cancer-free. The cancer was nowhere else in my body. And so we were just managing the cancer or trying to keep the cancer away from that time on.
It puts a lot of things into perspective, like the view that we might have on work, how important it is, or the importance of family.
I mean, I'd never wished for cancer, but it's really brought me a lot of gifts. I think there's a lot of silver linings when you're faced with an illness that could potentially be terminal, because you really just learn to seize the day. You learn to make the most of every day, and you learn that your experiences and your memories are really why we're here.
She really appreciates the small things every day. I know it's a little cliche, but it's true. And she appreciates watching the boys grow so much, the past 10 years, and time with them, vacations with them, time with Oren. She also doesn't sweat the small stuff as much as she used to.
Take the trips and spend the time with the people that you love and tell them that you love them. Because I think really what we leave with people are experiences and memories. And I want to make all that I can with the people that I love. Remember that tomorrow is not a given. To really embrace every day and take that trip to Paris that you've always wanted to take. Don't put it off until your retirement. Indulge in things that make you happy and indulge with your family whenever you can, because those are the meaning of life. Those are the most important things.